What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, aka the King of Soul, and today we got some Jordan 1s to look at. The Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. This is the Palomino colorway. Before we get into the review, make sure you do me a favor, like and subscribe to the channel. If you dig the content, do me a favor, hit that share button. These videos that we do on this channel are strictly for review purposes, so if you do have any questions or comments, definitely make sure you leave those down below. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into the review. Now, this Air Jordan 1 sneaker, so when pictures start to surface for this actual sneaker, now first and foremost, I definitely want to take the time to shout out to the vendor who actually got me a pair of these sneakers ahead of time. So this is an early look of this sneaker, because this is actually set to release toward the end of this year. One thing that I do like that Jordan brand is doing with this particular sneaker is that they're actually kind of following that trend. Like as of lately, they've been giving us these boxes that kind of matches like the colorway of the shoe. The biggest thing for me is just that hit a go right there on the top. And they do have hit a go going across the entire sneaker box itself. There's the bottom of the sneaker box, you got your Jordan and Nike branding like always. Now, the colorway, the box label on the sneaker actually reads Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG, black, metallic, gold, and then Palomino. Palomino is like that brown color, mocha, whatever you want to call it. Now, when you do open the box, there doesn't appear to me to be any stamping or anything, but you are met with this plain white tissue paper like they always have, like with most Air Jordan 1 releases. But I do love the fact that Jordan brand is kind of following that trend, giving us these boxes that do kind of match the colorway of the sneakers. It just makes it easier to kind of grab the sneaker of choice. I know now that I have the drop front cases that I have from a Container Store, definitely shout out to them. It makes it difficult when you have these regular Jordan 1, especially with Jordan 1s. We've been getting so many colorways and they tend to give us that plain black and red, Nike Air branding on the box. I just think them actually just kind of following that trend, just giving us the boxes that match the colorway of the shoe. I just feel like it's a dope touch. It makes it easier to find the shoe. But there you go, Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Palomino. So let's go ahead and look at the right sneaker. Now, pretty much what you would expect from any other Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. This is not the 85 cut, this is the standard high. Pretty much what you expect from any other Air Jordan 1. On the lateral side of the sneaker, you do have these panels. Going towards the back, you do have these two panels here, and typically with Air Jordan 1s, since it's predominantly leather, they actually would have leather back panels here. Now this time they're giving us this Palomino brown, but it's kind of this suede nubuck material, and it is here by the wing logo. This time they do have the Air Jordan 1 wings logo embossed, and it is pretty much how they had the V2, because this is a V2 version of the Air Jordan 1 highs, and they actually did change this a little bit earlier. I would say late last year we started to see the V2 version of this particular sneaker. So there are some different hits on this sneaker. So the wings logo again, like I said, is more of embossed, and then they do have kind of this. They kind of changed the shape of the Nike swoosh that's going across the mid panel there. But getting back into it, yeah, so you do have this Palomino touch of brown here, and then going towards the heel of the sneaker, so the Nike swoosh. All of this, like I said, it's a suede nubuck material. It doesn't kind of really match. I know a lot of people have been comparing this sneaker to the Air Jordan 1 High Mochas. The material on this is a little bit different. That one was more of a suede. This one is actually more of a nubuck. Is it a deal breaker about the shoe at all? Not at all, but at the end of the day, I did feel this was a solid release. So you do have like, you know, this black leather, and then the cuts of leather the cuts of leather that I have noticed on most recent Air Jordan 1s is kind of like a thicker cut of leather. Now, me personally, I'm not really like the one to go to when you talk about qualities of leather and things of that nature. There's other shoe tubers out there that can tell you anything about any type of materials that they throw into these sneakers, but I'm not the one. But it does have like, you know, like these thick cut leathers going across, like, you know, like the panels and the tabs here. But at the end of the day, like, I doesn't feel like it adds like any discomfort or anything like that on the sneaker itself. But black leather going across the mid panel and then going across like here towards like, you know, the toe of the shoe. One thing that I did notice, the ankle collar on this one was in like that black leather that we would, you know, normally expect. And on the inside of the sneaker, it is like this mesh material going across. So I mean, it's still like a pretty much like what you would expect from any other Air Jordan 1 as far as like, you know, comfort and fit and everything. Going towards the front of the sneaker, you do have like this toe box, more of that Palomino brown, and then you do have like that hit of black leather for the mud guard. The shoe does come unlaced, and it does have like this, they do have, did this one actually come with different laces? Now that I think about it, I don't think they added like a second pair of laces with this actual sneaker, but they do come with these black laces, and it is like, you know, unlaced when you open the box. Of course, I just laced mine up for review purposes. It's just a better look for me. So you have these flat black laces. The tongue itself, it is like in that nylon mesh material that we would expect from like, you know, any other Air Jordan 1 tongue. One thing that they did a little bit different on this one versus matching like, you know, the pretty much like any color on like the sneaker, they did give us like, you know, this gold here. And I guess like that's kind of like what they did like with the box, you know, on the box, the top of the sneaker, the box and everything, like it has like that gold foil hits. But I mean, it doesn't like take away from the sneaker or anything. If anything, I think it adds to the sneaker itself. And then that's pretty much it for like the tongue itself. The medial side of the sneaker, pretty much what you expect from any other Air Jordan 1. You have more of that nubuck suede material going across the panels, and then for the Nike swoosh, and then more of that black leather going toward the front of the sneaker. Only thing that I didn't mention, like, I mean, I didn't talk about the midsole when we got to the lateral side, like always. But this isn't white, it's more of like a creamy sail color. And then like the bottom of the sneaker, pretty much like your standard build for like, you know, any Air Jordan 1. And like Air Jordan 1 traction to me always has been like top tier. But it is like, you know, what you would expect from like any other Air Jordan 1. You have like, you know, the Nike branding in the middle. But pretty much, in my opinion, this was a pretty, you know, solid release. Like I said, I was glad that I was actually able to get these in hand. So again, I want to thank, you know, the vendor for getting me a copy of these sneakers early so I can get you guys a review. But there you go, Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Palomino. And the left sneaker is pretty consistent with the right sneaker, nothing different on this one here. But yeah, man, pretty solid release. If I was to rate this out of 10, I would give these a 10. A 10 out of 10, you know, pretty, like I said, dope colorway. It's not an everyday shoe, but with the right outfit, you know, just trying to match it and everything like that. Just put it together. I just be had when people just be throwing off sneakers just with anything, just to, you know, just to have a sneaker on foot. Like, not me. Like, I let a sneaker sit, as you can see, until I had like the right outfit. But yeah, man, you can do some things with this shoe. Like, you know, do some black jeans, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much you can do with this one. Brown, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can do a lot with this. But nevertheless, man, I'm gonna give you guys a 360 of the sneaker before we get up out of here. Then I'm gonna get you like a B-roll and on foot. But nevertheless, I want to thank you guys always for taking the time to, you know, tap in with me. Make sure you stay engaged. I can be reached on social media, all of them, on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Everything is at the King of Soul. So again, if you have any questions or comments, definitely let me know. But let me go ahead and get you guys a 360 before I get up out of here. So that's the front of the sneaker. There's the lateral side of the right sneaker, lateral side of the left, There's the bottom of the sneaker. Pretty much what you expect from any other Air Jordan 1. There's the medial side of the sneaker. And then, of course, like, as always with any Air Jordan 1 high, we got to get you the, the shot of the hourglass. But nevertheless, man, like I said, pretty much a solid release, 10 out of 10. As far as like, comfort, fitting of the sneaker, like it fits just like any other Air Jordan 1. For me, Air Jordan 1s tend to fit true to size. But I don't really foresee like a reason for you to actually have to go up like a half size or anything like that. But again, I thank you guys for always, tuning in with me. Make sure you stay engaged. But until next time, see you later.